Hello, welcome back to Everyday Sports Mania. Once again, we'll be doing another real-life rebuild. Recently, we have been doing real-life rebuilds, and in the description, I will tell you what they are. They are the Cincinnati Bengals, Denver Broncos, and Carolina Panthers. Anyway, go check out those. And anyway, let's get into this one. This one, we'll be doing a New York Giants real-life rebuild. So anyway, let's get into it. Starting off, the New York Giants had a rough 2019 NFL season. Not much talent on offense or defense, and that resulted in their 4-12 record. Not many weapons that they used last season. They could not get their game together. They had a young quarterback and not much that they could get back. And they couldn't, and all the pieces were already teared up and they couldn't glue them back together. So, but maybe they can do it next season. So, on the offensive side of things, they did have the rookie quarterback that did fight with Eli Manning for the number one job, and that is Daniel Jones. Eli Manning recently retiring after quite a great career, beating the New England Patriots twice in the Super Bowl. But anyway, he did a lot for them, but Daniel Jones is the new guy. So anyway, Daniel Jones under a lot of pressure this season, and they could not really get the game together. Not much impressive stats by Daniel Jones, but he did lead the NFL in one thing, and it's not a good thing. He did lead the NFL with 16 fumbles in the all the games he played, and unfortunately, that's a very disappointing look from the 6th overall pick last season, and a lot of people had high hopes for him, but maybe in the future, but not this season, maybe next season. But it wasn't just him, it was also the offensive line. It was the weakness of the wide receivers and running backs. Saquon Barkley injured for most of the season, so they had to depend on Wayne Gallman for the running game. That didn't work out the best. For wide receivers, the wide receiver core wasn't the best. Darius Slayton, very young. Sterling Shepard, not the most experienced. But Golden Tate, coming in from the Philadelphia Eagles, but not predictably a great season. He was not anything like Odell Beckham Jr., and I think that Odell Beckham would very much have helped Daniel Jones out with the stats this season and maybe get them to a better record. But for this season, we didn't see what we need to see from the Giants. Sterling Shepard, a lot of people expected him to take OBJ's place and be a stunning wide receiver and very good and great, but that he didn't do that this season. And I don't think Pat Shurmur and the Giants have enough confidence in him next season to make him the number one wide receiver. So I definitely think in the offseason, wide receiver is your biggest priority, as well as offensive line. Running back Saquon Barkley carrying the team, and I think he shouldn't be leaving New York for maybe a decade. He's a stunning running back, very great, and only reason why he didn't have the best stats is because all the players surrounding him weren't the best, and he was injured for a lot of the year. But I think you can't count him down. I think he's your franchise running back. Daniel Jones, he still has a shot. You can't doubt him already. He's not far enough in his career to doubt him. So I definitely think the Giants will be giving him more opportunities. And I definitely think he needs better people surrounding him. I think he needs a stronger O-line, a stronger wide receiver core, and even help in the running game when Saquon is out. Well, anyway, let's get to the defensive side of things. The defense not the most effective this year. We didn't see much good things from the defense. A very harsh pass, a very out of gas defense. We haven't seen this from the defense in a while, but the defense just, I don't know what to say. Their stats were terrible. They couldn't get anything going. They had no hope they had no standout players. They did get Leonard Williams from the Jets, who's a great defensive end pass rusher, only 25 years old. But when you look at this roster for the defense, 50% of the players are young, very young. You got Leonard Williams, BJ Hill, Dexter Lawrence, RJ McIntosh, Chris Slayton, and Dalvin Tomlinson, all 25 years old and under. That's terrific when you think about it, because they're young, strong, they're young, fast, and underrated players that will eventually develop. And that's why the Giants' number one priority is confidence. You can turn a year from 4-12. You can turn a year from 4-12 to 8-7-1, or 9-7, or 10-6. You can change your team very much, and I think they can do that next season. But the front seven, not the most effective this season. We didn't see what we wanted to see, but we can't do anything about it. It's next season. Next season, they'll have to make some changes. But the linebackers, decent. Lorenzo Carter and Marcus Golden. Lorenzo Carter and Marcus Golden, the top linebackers. But Marcus Golden, I wouldn't count him down either. He's 28 years old, and he's fast. He's strong. He's tough. And I think he's one of the standout players on this defense. Alec Ogletree, obviously, he's getting worse each year, but he's still their defensive captain, and the team's got to believe in him more. For the defensive backs and safeties, DeAndre Baker, Grant Haley, Sam Beal, Julian Love, all these players. I don't think this team's sealed yet. I think there's a lot more that the team's has in them. I don't think you can count them down so fast. I think the CBs just had a tough time with matchups in their division that are very, very strong, including Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup, Jason Witten, Nelson Aguilar, Alshon Jeffrey, Zach Ertz, even guys like Jordan Reed, who's done with the Redskins. But their opponents in their division are very tough. The wide receiver core, you put Grant Haley on Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper's going to go right through him. So I think that definitely has to change. In the 2020 draft, I definitely think the offensive line is a huge reason why they did not do very well. But how about the guy named Mekhi Becton? Mekhi Becton, the offensive tackle from the University of Louisville. They are predicted to make a trade with the Los Angeles Chargers to trade the 4th pick for the 6th pick. And I think Mekhi Becton's a great pick. I think he's a young, fast, strong offensive lineman that would really help the young Daniel Jones out, getting the ball out. The huge problem was Daniel Jones not having time to get the ball out, even with Eli Manning in past years. So I definitely think the offensive tackle from Louisville, Mekhi Becton. Giants are watching you, Mekhi. Anyway, the draft, I think the Giants are expected to hopefully they can change their team around. We're hoping that they can be a competitor soon, and maybe instead of missing the playoffs 2 years in a row. How about making the playoffs 2 years in a row, or 3 years in a row, 4 years in a row? So I think the Giants have a future with a lot of their offense and their defense. And I think they got to stay strong and have confidence in Daniel Jones. Anyway, that's going to wrap up this Real Life Rebuild. Thank you so much, all of you, for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell for more Real Life Rebuilds. Anyway, always on Everyday Sports Mania. For the next video, we will either be doing the Atlanta Falcons, the Washington Redskins, or the New York Jets. Anyway, hit the like button for all of them. I'm your host for Everyday Sports Mania. Bye.